मार्केट में बहुत बार हम देखने को मिलता है कि देयर इज़ अ गैप अप एंड गैप डाउन। तो उस सिचुएशंस में हम जो गैप अप और गैप डाउन है उसका किस तरीके से हम फ़ायदा उठा के मार्केट से पैसा कमा सकते हैं, वो आज वीकली रिव्यू के साथ साथ वो भी देखेंगे, क्योंकि अभी सिचुएशंस वैसे ही बन रहा है। मैं सी विजय कुमार गुट्टे आपका वीएम मार्केट में स्वागत करता हूँ। तो गैप अप एंड गैप डाउन क्या होता है ये पहले समझेंगे, फिर विल गो इन डिटेल व्हेन वी आर एक्चुअल मार्केट रिव्यू। तो गैप अप और गैप डाउन क्या होता है, जहाँ पे एक ट्रेंड शुरू है और अचानक से कोई मार्केट्स में न्यूज़ आ जाती है और जिसकी वजह से सिचुएशन बदलती है और देयर इज़ अ गैप अप और गैप डाउन। तो इस केस में इस गैप अप और गैप डाउन किस तरीके से रेजिस्टेंस एंड सपोर्ट का काम करता है, और वही चीज़ को हम जानेंगे और उसी चीज़ को यूज़ करके हम किस तरीके से मार्केट एक प्रिडिक्शंस मोड पे लेके जा सकते हैं वो हम देखेंगे। लेट्स गो फॉर मार्केट रिव्यू। This is the July month, second week of the July 2026. Before going for the market review of Indian market, we'll just see what is going on in the international market so that we can also predict of Indian markets in which directions that we may go in a next week or in a month or over a period of time. So at least we'll go with the major markets. Let's go for the Dow Jones theory, which is USA market. See, based on the USA market, it is just taking support on RSI 60, which is showing a bullish trend. Then weekly is again above RSI 60. Monthly is also on RSI 60, above the RSI. So we can also predict that the USA market is good in a bullish. Nasdaq देखेंगे, Nasdaq on monthly chart it is again a bullish above RSI 60. Then weekly RSI it is taking support. You can see here it is taking a support of RSI 60. So weekly and monthly is no problem. On daily basis it has been a side zone, but considering the weekly and monthly both are the bullish, so daily trend may turn into a positive, but as of now there is no concern as such. Let's talk about the UK market. UK market is on the monthly basis is again RSI above 60. On weekly basis, here is a concern. On weekly basis you can see that it is turning down from the RSI 60. This is somewhere little concern. Then we will see the on daily basis. See, daily is again it has been turned into a side zone. Let's go for Japan markets. We'll see what is happening in the Japan markets. Nikkei 2020. See, on a daily basis it is in a side zone. On weekly basis there is no problem above RSI 60. On monthly basis also there is no problem, absolute it is above 60. So this is again in advanced mode. So इस तरीके से Indian currency is working on US dollars. On monthly it is above 60, it is showing the some bearish trend. Then on weekly it is also taking support at RSI 60, but when we see on a daily basis it has already turned into the side zone. You can also see it has already touched what is almost 97. We was feeling like that when it will going to touch the 100, but somehow the government of India has taken a good steps, and now the rate of US dollar and Indian currency has been almost stabilizing. So considering the at least currency, so it is again a stable. Let's see for the Indian markets how it is. यहाँ पे हम देख सकते हैं कि on monthly chart RSI is under 60-40 range. तो यहाँ पे हम कह सकते हैं कि ये साइड जोन में, लेकिन इसने ऑलरेडी यहाँ से सपोर्ट ले चुका है और इट इज़ शोइंग इवन इन अ साइड जोन इट इज़ अ बुलिश. ऑन वीकली आल्सो इट इज़ अगेन इन अ बुलिश जोन. You can see here it has been taken a support at RSI 40 and moving towards the 60. Let's see on the daily chart. Here is the important thing that we can understand. See, one thing what is happening, there is a gap up and gap down. See, first gap up was this and it has taken this support, you can see here. Then there is one more gap up, a small gap up at here. You can see the exactly it has been tested 3 times. You can see here. Here is again on the just 3 days before it has a big red candle and it has taken a support on, and then again it is moving upward. So here is what I am saying, that bank and Nifty 50 has also taken a support at this level 23,700 levels. That is a gap up. This is a strong support where we can rely on and we can make good money in the market. This is, let's we'll go for the Nifty, what Bank Nifty is doing. Let's see. See, Bank Nifty on monthly chart it is in side zone. On weekly is also showing in a side zone. On daily basis here is again one more interesting thing. See, here was the gap up on the same day and it has taken same support as like Nifty 50. You can see here again it is forming a W pattern here. And then one more thing it is happening that we must understand, that CIP, change in polarity. सी व्हेन व्हाट इज द चेंज इन पोलैरिटी, चेंज इन पोलैरिटी मतलब जहाँ पे सपोर्ट अर्लियर रेजिस्टेंस becomes now support. What was the earlier resistance? You can see this was the top, this was the my earlier resistance. Here I was talking about this was the earlier resistance point, and the same point become the support of the market. Here it is breaking in polarity is a very again a strong support or technical analysis where we can take a benefit of it. Let's will check which sector is performing good or better, and out of this pharma is outperforming sector. You can see the RSI above 60 in higher time, lower time zone. On weekly is also above 60 in middle term, and on the monthly chart you can see how it is outperforming as of now. But there is a one concern that you can see here, RSI divergence it is showing, and here, right? So we should be conscious that if there any turn, so our position should be, or we should follow the strict stop loss. Then we have the another nifty healthcare. Healthcare is also, you can see the monthly chart it is in above RSI 60. On weekly is also above RSI 60. On monthly it is taking a support at RSI 60. So it is again a advancing bullish or outperforming sector. One more sector, that is a Nifty Realty, where it is just advancing now. On the daily chart you can see it is taking support at RSI 60 and crossing above RSI 60. On weekly it is also has just crossed the RSI 60. On monthly chart also you can see still it is not crossed, but it has taken a support on RSI 40 and trying to cross above 60. So this is one more sector which is going to be outperforming. So we can see which stocks that are as of now are doing good or where we can focus in a upcoming market. First is a lupin. See, in a lupin you can see there is a long standing cup of 2015 to 2016, almost 11 years of cup. So one more thing that it is a cup pattern. Again it has created a good handle, and one more thing it is again RSI above 60 on daily, weekly and monthly. So whenever there is a low risk we can enter into this stock. Then we have the Sun Pharma. Sun Pharma is again a good stock because these all stocks are from the pharma sector and healthcare sectors. See, on daily basis it is above 60, and on weekly basis you can see it is also above 60. Here we can see the volume size. This is one more of the most important thing where we should focus. Where there is a volume, there is a momentum. On a monthly basis also you can see the volume is advancing from day by day as a price rises. Sun Pharma is again a good stock. Then we have the Zydus. Zydus Lab is also one of the good stock where we can have a good entry. You can see on RSI is also advancing, and daily on it is also advancing. Whenever you find a good entry at a low risk, you can enter into it. And one more stock that we can understand is the Laurus Lab. See, on a daily chart it is taking a support at RSI 60, weekly above RSI 60, and on monthly chart is also RSI 60. This is a stock where it is studying all-time high. These all four stock belongs to the Nifty Pharma. And one more stock that I just discussed about Realty is also a good stock, good sector, that is a Mills. See, on a monthly basis it is just crossed above 60. On weekly it is also above 60. On daily it is just 2-3 days before it has taken a support at a near RSI 60, where it could have been a good entry point. And whenever you find a good low risk entry, we can enter in a Phoenix stock. This recording is for the educational purpose, and there is no recommendations to buy or sell.